Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Coastal Living. Now, if you're a regular viewer of our show, then you know Dr. Chad Peters very well. He is our wellness expert, here again to inspire us, to motivate us, and to encourage us to be the best version of ourselves.
That's right.
Yes, welcome. We always look forward to having you.
It's a new decade.
It is,
so
and
it's
something
exciting
to be excited about.
Yeah, it does feel different. Like, I think we were kind of waiting for the teens to get over, and now it's like, it's 2020, it's going to hit.
Yeah, the roaring
feel like
20s.
that. Yeah.
I like it. So what are we talking about today?
Well, I think, like I'm like you, we talked a little bit earlier before the segment started on we're just not huge into resolutions.
Right.
And I think the reason is there's just a monster failure rate. So the idea today is how do we get you so you don't fail? And I think a lot of it is just like get in the right direction. So when I teach this lecture, I do it for a lot of different subjects, but imagine that we're standing in the middle of a giant compass with north, south, east, west all around, and it's the size of a stadium. And the whole idea is you want to at least take your first step the right direction. You don't have to know where you're going to end up, but when we're just kind of spinning our wheels and not going anywhere, we get kind of lost. So the idea with what we want to go over today is just like, how do we at least start the right direction? You don't have to have your final end plan, but like, let's at least get going the right way.
Take a couple steps forward, one way or another. Okay.
Right.
So I've just got a couple tips and tricks that we can work on that will help with that. So like my first thing before you get into anything is just get awareness. Figure out what's out there, right? Like you wanna, there's a million different plans, there's a million different kinds of ways you can eat, there's a million different workouts. Just kind of figure out what is out there and then look back at your last year and also figure out like what did I not do right? And it shouldn't be hard. But we skip this step a lot. You know, I was a personal trainer for a long time before I got into the whole health field, and like it's just missed. People look at me like they're, well, I don't know how I got like this.
Yeah.
Like I do, man. I just met you 10 seconds ago. I know exactly how you got like that.
And it all starts mentally too. And
100%.
aside from that, it's about what type of physique that you're wanting. So that's how you prepare those types of goals. Is what type of physique do I want? What workout plan am I gonna get into? And it's all about starting on the right foot, like you said.
Exactly what we'll get into, and that's because once you kind of have these basic 3 or 4 steps, then I think then you've got your direction. Now let's take a step forward. So
Absolutely.
yeah, perfect. My second one is just that, like get the direction. Exactly like you said, you couldn't have said any better. Like what is it that I'm looking for? Do I want to run a Spartan race in March? Do I want to set a new world record on lifting? Do I want to run a marathon? Like that makes a difference in how you're going to do your stuff. So if you're just picking up the cover model, you know, on the magazine, you're saying, well, I just want to look like that.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty ambiguous, right? It's not getting you there. So that's my second one, is get the direction.
Okay.
Yep. After that, then we got to keep moving forward, and you want to like start bringing all this stuff together. So my versions that I go into is just give yourself permission to try this stuff. So if you're interested in, hey, I want to try CrossFit. My friends are doing it, sounds good, but my doctor says it's just unhealthy. Like, just give your permission to try it.
Sure.
You know, I've never been a runner. I think I want to try to run this year. Well, good. Try this stuff out, because you'll know soon if it's working for you.
Absolutely.
Right?
And don't be afraid to fail, because it's not failing.
100%.
It's just you find out that it's not for you.
You're
Just because
learning.
everybody's doing CrossFit doesn't mean it's for you. Maybe you're a yoga person.
Yeah, I decide, hey, I want to bike from, you know, Rockport to the Capitol this weekend, and you decide you can't stand being on a bike for more than 10 seconds, like that. Why would you pick that for your yearly goal?
Absolutely.
For
And
sure.
we need to be realistic too. Don't set unrealistic goals. You mentioned, you know, the lady on the cover of a magazine. I don't know how many friends and family members who are like, oh, if I could just look like J-Lo. And it's like, I don't know if you follow J-Lo, but that woman, day in, day out, she doesn't drink, she eats healthy, on point all the time, and she is in the gym every day, even with her busy schedule.
She's got a entourage of people helping her get like that too. Like
and keep that in mind. Yeah, we don't have it in our budget to hire, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry to do all the work for us.
Exactly.
So I think that's 100%. Give yourself the permission to try it, but give your permission to change it and figure out what you are and modify your stuff.
And
it might modify during the year.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can do like $15 to try the Pilates, or to try the yoga, to try the CrossFit.
And
just
why not try it
times.
all? Maybe that is your thing.
Yes.
So
Right.
so that's go ahead.
You never know unless you try, and that's something that I want to start doing, is trying other workouts that you know will be beneficial for me. I have goals, we all do, and you know, to do something out of your element is even more challenging, and that's what.
If you're looking for efficiency, you better mix it up sometimes, because if you are an all-star at yoga and you've been doing this since you're 15 years old, you're not burning the energy that I am when I go to yoga. I'm like, oh my God, this is so hard, you know. So if that is your goal, to get ripped up like J-Lo, well, try some stuff you're inefficient at, because that's going to make a difference on how fast it goes.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's it. Now you've decided. Now you've got your plan. So we've kind of got an idea what direction we want to go on the compass. So the next one, and the most important thing when I was working as a trainer, and how I still do it in my clinic, is have a why. what is your reasoning, right? So why do you want to get fit? Is it because you want to get stronger? Is it because you want to get faster? Is it because you're 16 years old and you want to make the varsity? Is it because you're law enforcement and you want to look buff and big so you can get out of problems, you know?
I like that.
Coworkers will leave you alone.
Right. But those are real things, and no one does it. People spend more time on trying on a pair of jeans and a pair of shoes than they do on trying on a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They just don't have a why, and without a why, there is no direction.
I think that applies to every aspect of your life,
Everything.
especially people who are self-employed, someone starting a business
Yep.
and things like that. If you don't have a why, something that is that inner force that's driving you, you're not going to get very
Yep.
far. You have to have that something that gets you up every morning at 6 a.m. when you'd rather sleep till 8.
Yep.
That gets the wheels turning. That
For
sparks
sure.
that fire.
And you've been there. Like you've gone at the highest level on these things and seen it. And those people that don't have it, no matter what their talent is, no matter what they've got, it doesn't.
Yes.
You're not there. So get your why. Be okay with changing it sometimes, but put it on your mirror and see it in front of you.
Yes, I like that. Every
Yep.
day. Write it down so you
gotta
can
have
see
it.
it every day.
Absolutely.
So
Say it
your
out
next
loud.
one.
Yep.
Your next one. What is your version of fit? Because that's a huge thing that I saw was missing when I go and lecture a lot to like the law enforcement guys. These little 160-pound cross-country guys that can run marathons in 2 hours, those guys are fit.
Yeah.
The great big jacked guys that can lift tires up over their heads, those guys are also fit. You know, the shot put women, the gymnast girls, they all have different body types, but they're all fit. So figure out what yours is. Because I was a former linebacker. That's not my version of fit anymore.
Look at all those different versions of fit.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they are, and you can't look at it. And I think the guy in the middle, the really light-skinned dude that everyone's like, oh man, he's kind of chubby.
He can probably lift the most out of that entire group.
Absolutely.
And they are super healthy and super fit.
Yep.
And if you can't accept that fact, or take the little boxer on the right, if you can't get that all these guys are fit, you're kind of at a loss at what you're training for.
Yeah. Because
if we're just going to go and do an hour on a treadmill and then an hour of weightlifting, you're not going to get these results. So I love these pictures. When I do my
Right.
lectures even on life, I tend to bring these pictures up of different body types and different ages and all that kind of stuff, because the different levels of fit make a difference. And if you're not thinking about it,
Yep.
you're not getting it.
Absolutely. And especially the moms at home, the stay-at-home moms, or the ones that are just like, God, their kids are in so many other things. There's no time for myself. Find something that works for you. And our producer always mentions, she's like, don't forget, give yourself credit. You're carrying around that 30-pound baby up and down the stairs. You're
Yep.
doing laundry. You're
Exactly.
constantly grabbing them, moving them around.
Yep.
And so that's important too. And of course, last but not least, nobody enjoys this part, but the biggest chunk of it is your diet, right?
So 100%, and that's what we'll get to. Like the future you I had on there. So I thought that was kind of funny when I did it with my kids today. That's your 20 years from now, your future you picked up the
Yeah.
phone and calls you and says, hey, will you do this for me?
Sure.
They're not wanting money, man. They're wanting a body. But yeah, the last tip for sure. Diet is 98% of this thing. Like,
Sorry, guys.
Not like a part of it, guys.
It's
It's
the big part.
the part of it. It's the
Exactly.
diet. It's the most effective, the most efficient. You figure this out, your world has changed.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming in.
Yep.
I really enjoyed this topic because I think it's a little kick in the butt that we all might have needed, and we're definitely going to elaborate on that through the upcoming year, and also the diet stuff, because it is huge, and there are some really simple ways to make dieting fun. It's not a diet,
No,
it's a lifestyle.
It should be drudgery. It should
Exactly.
be easy steps.
Agreed.
Enjoyable.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Chuck
got
Peters,
it.
for your time.
Yeah, love it.
We love having you. Okay, so we're sticking with the fitness theme through the rest of the show. We're going to visit with some friends to tell us about an event this weekend called Fit Fest. Talk about exploring your options. You're going to get the chance to do just that this weekend. Stick with us. It's Coastal Living.
Cool.